What I began to discover was that every time I geared up and started to push, I felt it was like a Zen master standing behind me with a stick and would hit me. In other words, the symptoms would begin to flare up. The minute I started to push or strive or anything, I immediately, the feelings would begin to come on. And then if I could just relax and let go, they would reside, which doesn't mean that I still didn't have chronic fatigue. But in other words, I could see how I made it worse and how I could make it better. And as all the doctors tell people with chronic fatigue, it's like you're a car that's running on empty. You don't have any gasoline. The other people would say no chi. It's your immune system breaks down. You have no chi, so you are not in a position to be pushing through, or striving or anything like this. So another thing that causes the symptoms to come on is the storyline about what a great loss, and how I can't do what I used to do, and the poor me, and the I'm going to spiral down into depression, and all of this. The body is being so taxed by all of this. So I would feel the Zen masters, whack on my shoulder, which is to say the symptoms coming on, and I knew that I had to design my life so that it had the maximum of when I felt tired I could sleep, that I could get enough sleep at night, even if it meant sleeping till 11 o'clock in the morning, that there wasn't something I had to get up for. I gave up schedules and appointments, and I still wrote all those books and started a monastery, but nevertheless, I really kind of went off the grid of how I used to do things, because I had to, otherwise I actually couldn't. The physical feeling was too awful. And that feeling of no chi, of not even sort of being able to lift your arm up, So I really recommend that 3-step practice, that you just train again and again into just coming into the present moment. Coming into the present moment means physically being here, mentally being here, no storyline. So how do you do that? Well, you train with meditation in that. And then feeling your heart. Now listen, the stage of feeling your heart could be receiving love and receiving compassion. As you remember, receiving love, you just receive it however you want to. Makransky talks about rays of light coming into you, but just the feeling of receiving it. The feeling of receiving compassion is very interesting, because he talks about bathing the particular pain, say like the pain of loss, the pain of fear, the pain of embarrassment, the pain of hopelessness, bathing all those feelings in compassion, having the benefactors bathe not just you, but those feelings in compassion. So at this level of feeling your heart, if it's just on the spot, you could touch your face, feel your heart, like that. All that kindness to yourself is really helpful, because the ultimate kindness, it takes that kind of tenderness towards yourself to be able to really stop and let yourself do what's needing to do. And then just go forward, take a leap, go into the next moment without your agendas, without your storylines. So all the things like when you get a little energy, do not clean out your garage, When you get a little energy, spend it relaxing in bed and reading, or taking a little bit of a walk as far as you can walk, or going outside and sitting and looking at the sky, or something like that, Something really relaxing. And anything that helps you to relax deeply on the inside. So I recommend all these things that I've been saying, and I hope they really help you. But definitely, you do not have to get depressed with chronic fatigue. You do not have to feel like a failure. You do not have to feel, like a loser. You don't have to feel embarrassed. You don't have to be afraid. You know, you can open to the whole thing and just accept it as what's happening right now, and train in relaxing deeply. So I hope that's helpful.